estimates for how many people are going to be displaced in the near future, talking next couple of decades, is like 50 million people. Upwards estimates are hundreds of millions of people. We're looking at the biggest forced displacement of people in human history. And unfortunately, even if global emissions ended tomorrow, so much of this is already locked in. Like, millions upon millions of people are going to be driven from their homes violently by famine, by spreading deserts, by rising seas. We're looking at entire nations disappearing under the sea. And nations are going to have a choice. Do we embrace the idea of universal human rights and the fact that people just need somewhere safe and secure to live and a society to contribute to? Or are we going to embrace policies of mass murder? Because it's going to go from letting people drown to machine gunning people on the beaches. And I know this is such a horrendous thing to think about, but it is the world we are now living in. Britain, the US, the rest of the European colonizer world has got fat and rich, destroying the rest of the world, and millions of people around the world are going to be forced from their homes, and we're facing very, very different options for how our societies respond to that. That is why Suella Braverman is saying this stuff. She's not just saying it out of nowhere. And of course the Tories are also just leaning into this culture war. And like, this is a very late stage of capitalism we're looking at here. So they have no ideas in there other than who can we hate the most? Is it trans people? Is it refugees? That is all they've got, and that is all Suella Braverman and her ilk are ever going to offer. Because they also know fascism is the last line of defence for the capitalist class. And they know what's coming. They might pretend that they don't when they go on the news and deny climate, but they know what is coming, and they are doing their preparations. And those preparations are machine guns on the beaches. And unless we can build the social movement beyond what we can currently imagine, that is the future we're going to live in. And it is a future either solidarity beyond what we can currently envisage, or horrors unlike anything we've seen. Like climate refugees, that's not currently a legal term. There's no such thing as a climate refugee currently. That's not a legally defined thing under international law. That's going to be one of the battles to fight for that, because there are going to be so many people driven from their homes by escalating, cascading ecological catastrophe. But you're going to be aware that out there, people are being murdered to keep your relative level of privilege safe. And we are going to have a choice between actively standing up to rising fascism or trying to keep our heads down until the day it comes for us, because it's going to come for all of us eventually. Because they're filming everyone here right now, and like that stuff goes on your record, so like, yeah, sorry to be like really like fucking dark, but like it's relatively easy right now to say refugees welcome here. It's going to get harder, and that battle is going to get more and more vicious, and the Suella Bravermans are going to get worse and worse. And we have to be really clear whether we stand for universal human rights and solidarity, or whether we're willing to turn our backs on all of that and embrace barbarity for a few more years of relative safety and comfort in our own lives. And that's a choice we're all going to have to make.